In this session, we'll be talking about selling your products on Walmart.com. Our guest is Carrie Miller from Helium 10. Helium 10 recently introduced tools to make it easier for e-commerce sellers to sell their products on Walmart.com. And in her presentation, she will be sharing how you can apply and how you can get accepted for selling on Walmart.com marketplace, and what to do in case your application is rejected, and a few more tips. Also, she will introduce those tools Helium 10 has now for Walmart.com sales. And this session is sponsored by two companies. It's Getida and Awesome. Awesome is an FBA aggregator created by ex-Amazonians for Amazon sellers, and they can acquire your brand. If you are ready to exit your Amazon business, talk to them. You'll find the link below in the description. And Getida is a company of auditing and reimbursement solution. So they help Amazon sellers to get money back from Amazon, and their offer and link you will find also in the description. And during this session, you will also meet Lisette Lees. She works with different Amazon brands and hosts Orange Klik videos. And before I continue, don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons below. It helps everyone to save the world. And now, please, let me introduce you to our speaker.
Let's get ready for Carrie Miller at the Klik Summit.
Hi, Carrie. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good as well. We're really happy to have you here today joining us during the Klik Summit. So you have a great presentation coming up. But before we go into that, could you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do and how Helium 10 helps Amazon sellers?
Yes, my name is Carrie, and I'm a brand evangelist at Helium 10. Helium 10 has tools for Amazon sellers and actually now Walmart sellers, which I'm going to talk about, that helps you basically to optimize your listings on Amazon. Basically, it's an all-in-one tool to help you sell on Amazon. Everything that you need, keyword research, product research, managing your profits, all of that. And so, yeah.
Okay, very cool. So to shortly summarize, what will be the main points you will talk about today?
So today I'm going to talk about applying, actually just some perks about selling on the Walmart marketplace, maybe some reasons why you should consider it. I'm also going to talk about the application process, and then also the process to go through if your application is denied. And then I'm also going to go through some tools. So,
okay,
yeah.
So sounds really good. We are definitely ready to hear and see what you have for us. So let's go ahead and dive into your presentation.
All right, I'll go ahead. All right, so expanding into the Walmart marketplace. So a lot of people, question about whether or not they should expand over to Walmart if they're Amazon sellers or maybe even Shopify sellers. So I'm going to give you some reasons why you should today, and then you can consider whether or not you want to expand to the Walmart marketplace. So the agenda today, and I kind of touched on it, is I'm going to talk about why you should consider selling on Walmart.com, the differences between selling on Amazon and Walmart.com, and then also what you need to apply to sell on Walmart. And then also I'm going to show you our Helium 10 tools that are going to help you with your Walmart business. So I'll go ahead and get started. So why you should consider selling on Walmart.com. The first thing is that Walmart has about 120 million unique visitors every month. So that's a whole place where you're going to have so much more traffic. Now, Amazon has about 200 million or a little bit more than 200 million unique visitors. So they're actually catching up with the Walmart marketplace. So definitely it's definitely a place where you can tap into a different audience and get more exposure for your brand and for your products. Also, Walmart has only about 100,000 sellers, and Amazon's about 2.5 million active sellers. So if you can take a look at the difference there in sellers, you can see that there's a lot less competition on Walmart.com, which is a really good opportunity because as we know, Amazon has become very, very competitive. So if you want to kind of beat the competition in getting into the Walmart marketplace, it's kind of like when Amazon was up and coming, 5-6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. It's kind of the same feeling where it's up and coming and there's a lot of opportunity on Walmart.com. If you already are selling on Amazon.com, you already have products that you could potentially sell on Walmart.com. So you don't have to find a new product. You don't have to, buy new inventory. You can just simply open up a listing on Walmart.com and then you can fulfill it yourself. So that's definitely a way that you can test the market. Now, definitely, I want to make sure you guys don't utilize FBA to fulfill any Walmart listings. That's against the rules, and you'll get shut down. So I just want to preface that there, because I think some people think they could just fulfill through FBA, and that's not true. So you would need to do either a 3PL or you would need to fulfill yourself. So the next thing is more people are shopping online as a result of the pandemic. So there's just a lot more traffic online. People aren't going to the stores as much, so they're shopping online. So there's more exposure to Walmart. And then as an e-commerce, an experienced e-commerce seller, you can adapt to the Walmart.com marketplace. Some people who might be new, it might be harder for them, but it's definitely something that's easily adaptable. There's differences, but it won't be a huge learning curve for you. So you can definitely have no problems with that. The next thing is selling on Walmart versus Amazon. So the first thing is the application process. So when you apply to sell on Amazon, pretty much anyone can sell on Amazon. You can be a newbie, you can just be anywhere in the world, you can sell in any marketplace. So that's kind of the cool thing about Amazon is you can literally, do it from anywhere, and you can be new and just start the whole learning process. With Walmart, they're looking for more established brands and established sellers. So the application process is a little bit more difficult because they want to make sure that you have established sales and that you're an established brand. And I'll go a little bit more into that in a little bit. But you want to make sure that, that you're kind of already experienced. You can show that you are an established brand in order to go on Walmart.com. So it's definitely a lot easier to start on Amazon. So if you haven't started selling on Amazon, you should definitely, start there or start with a Shopify site before you get into Walmart. Seller fees, they're pretty similar in terms of referral fees, but the cool thing is Walmart doesn't charge you a monthly fee. I think it's only $39 on Amazon, but you basically only pay when you make your first sale. So it's just the referral fees that you pay. The traffic, again, like I said, Walmart has about 120 million unique visitors every month, and Amazon has about 200 million. Walmart's definitely catching up in terms of exposure, and people starting to notice that the Walmart marketplace is expanding their offerings. So it's definitely up and coming, and you'll notice people, even your friends and family, saying, "Oh, I bought something on Walmart that I just wouldn't have expected to see on Walmart.com." So that's really a great thing. The next thing is rich media versus A+ content. So rich media, actually, they just redid the Walmart.com website. And so they took down rich media, and rich media is basically the same thing as the A+ content, or as some of you might know, enhanced brand content. So the rich media is where you could put videos, and you can add cool infographics and different just enhanced content on your pages, maybe comparison charts, things like that. That's actually been taken down, but I do think that it's going to be added again. So you'll probably want to just stay tuned. What it was in the past is you would have to get it hosted on a different site than Walmart. And now I'm suspecting maybe that they might be hosting it themselves, but I'm not sure. It could be still hosted on other sites. So that's something that's TBD. So we'll keep an eye on that. But rich media, I don't think went away forever, but I think it's definitely not up right now. And then A+ content with Amazon, again, with your brand registry, you get that included. So if you have brand registry on Amazon, you know that you get your A+ content, you can add videos and all kinds of great stuff. And then also online and brick and mortar locations. So Walmart has both online and brick and mortar. So that means it just makes it a lot easier if people want to pick something up in the store. They can do that. They actually combined all the pickup and delivery with regular online searches on their website. So everything's all in the same boat that you can search for. And you can a lot of times pick up the product in store, which is definitely a perk. Amazon doesn't have any brick and mortar locations, so that's kind of it's not always stops people obviously on Amazon, but something to think about. Listing optimization is a bit different on Walmart.com and Amazon. So on Amazon, a lot of us will keyword stuff and we'll put, as many keywords as we can into those listings in order to start indexing for those keywords. It's a bit different because on Walmart that there's product types and there's keywords that are tied to those product types. So if you did not choose the correct product type that includes the keywords that you want to use, then your product won't show up for those. So I'm not going to go too much into listing optimization, but that's something to think about. You got to choose the right product type. You can look at other competitors and things like that. But on Amazon, it's a bit more straightforward. A lot of people do keyword stuffing, but Walmart doesn't want keyword stuffing. They want it to be search engine optimized, but also optimized for people. So it looks good for the customer and it's appealing for them. Also, Amazon Prime versus Walmart fulfillment services. So Amazon Prime's been around for a long time. It's pretty well-oiled machine to get the 2-day shipping. And Walmart fulfillment services just started actually. So the thing about Walmart is though, they've had brick and mortar stores all over the country. So they have a pretty good machine as well. So they're kind of up and coming with the fulfillment centers, but I don't think they're too far behind. And so there's a few differences there. And then also if you sell on Walmart.com and you are really successful, you have the potential to sell in the Walmart stores, which could open up a whole new stream of revenue, which is pretty exciting and a really great opportunity, which obviously Amazon doesn't have brick and mortar, so they can't do that. So here's some perks of selling on Walmart.com. It's an additional source of traffic and it's going to give more exposure to your brand. So definitely doesn't hurt to put it's not going to cost you anything to put them on there. It's just going to be time and effort really. So if you can spare the time and effort to put some products up there and start to see how they're going, it's a really good additional source of traffic and exposure for your brand. Also, PPC costs are much lower and much less competitive than on Amazon. So, I mean, I've been hearing like just 20 cents a click for a lot of different, even more competitive categories. So it's definitely a lot more affordable right now for pay-per-click advertising. So that's something to really consider. There's also, again, like I said, less competition. There's 100,000 sellers. It gives you a lot of opportunity to kind of take up a lot of real estate with your products. If you've got multiple products, you could have a lot of listings on Walmart and expose your brand all over Walmart.com, which is a really good opportunity. And then you also, again, have the potential to be invited to Walmart to sell in their brick and mortar stores, which I think is a great perk. I think right now, too, is a great time to optimize your listings and set yourself up to dominate the competition because there is so, little competition right now. It's like kind of like in the beginning of Amazon when you could get in there and just start selling without doing anything. Maybe it's a little bit more effort than that on Walmart.com, but it's something that you can get in there. If you can learn how to optimize your listing, you can get in there and start making sales and kind of set yourself up as the leader on Walmart.com, which is a really good opportunity. And then also there are around 800,000 product opportunities with no competitors. This is according to some data search. I actually got this from Norm Farrar, this little tidbit of information. 800,000 product opportunities with no competitors. So that's pretty amazing. There's a lot of opportunity. And, not even counting those 800,000, there's a lot of products that maybe aren't even on Walmart.com yet that have great opportunity as well. So definitely think about that because there's just so much, it's just so much space and opportunity for you to sell on Walmart.com. So how do you get started selling on Walmart.com? So there is an application process, which I told you I would go into more detail about. So you need to have all this information that I'm going to be talking about ready to go when you're applying to sell on Walmart.com because you can't save it. You can't come back to it. They want to make sure you have everything on there. So the first thing is they want to see that you're an experienced seller. So they want to see that you have a history of marketplace or e-commerce success. So that means if you sell on Amazon, you can share your links to your Amazon listings. You can show your review ratings because that's going to show that you've had some good, feedback on there. And then if you have a Shopify site or any other marketplaces that you sell on, you can share those links as a proof of your sales and history of being an e-commerce seller. You also need to have a U.S. business tax ID and W-9 form. You need to basically be located in the United States. I know this is kind of sad for people who are international. You actually, in order to sell on Walmart.com, you need to be located in the United States to do that. So the way that you get around that is if you already have an established business entity in the U.S. with a physical location, and you've already established, fulfillment as well as customer service in the U.S., then you can sometimes get around that qualification, because they just want to make sure that you have an established base here, that you're paying taxes in the U.S. and all of that. So that's one of their requirements. They also want to see that the products that you're offering are an enhancement to the Walmart.com catalog. So they don't want to see copies of 100 different listings of wooden spoons or 1,000 garlic presses. They want to see different products that are unique, that are going to enhance the Walmart catalog. They also want to see competitive pricing. So they don't want to see any pricing that's higher on Walmart.com than it is any other place. So Walmart's always been really dedicated to giving the best prices. So that's something to make sure that if you are selling your product, to take a look at the pricing of what's already being offered and make sure that you can compete on that. You also need to have a G10 or UPC, basically GS1 registered company prefix. That's required. I know you don't always have to have that on Amazon or even Shopify, but it's required for Walmart. So you need to have that barcode number. And you also have to show proof of fast and reliable fulfillment. So that means you need to be able to show that you can fulfill orders quickly and efficiently. You could utilize 3PLs to do this, like Deliver, or I think ShipBob or ShipMonk. There's a lot of different 3PLs that you can utilize. Again, like I said earlier, do not use FBA to fulfill Walmart's listings. You will get shut down. So you want to stay away from that. Make sure that you use approved 3PL marketplace, or basically 3PL fulfillment centers, so that you can fulfill this requirement. And again, this has to be done before you apply. So make sure that you can show that you have that ability. And then also just a track record of first-class customer service. So you want to show that you've got those 5-star reviews for your company on Amazon or on Shopify, that people really like your products, that you've got 5-star ratings, and people are excited about what you're doing. So you want to make sure that all those are in a row before you even apply. So think about these things before you apply. If you don't check off all of these boxes, you're probably wasting your time applying until you get them checked off. At the bottom there, it says helium10.com/apply-Walmart. That's where you can actually go to apply to sell on Walmart.com. So if you wanted to copy that down, that is where you can go to apply to sell on Walmart.com. And then, so this is just a little checklist for you. You might want to just take a little picture of this or a screenshot, just so that you have all these things ready for you before you start applying on Walmart.com. Your U.S. business tax ID, your Social Security is not accepted, so your business tax ID, your W-9 or W-8 and EIN verification letter from the Department of Treasury that verifies your U.S. business address or place of physical operations. So again, they want you to have a physical operation in the United States in order to sell on Walmart.com. So that will help to prove that. Your address of or place of physical operations, your U.S. business address, which could be the same, and then the planned integration method for your product catalog. So you could say a bulk upload or an API solution provider, just how you're going to get your products up. And then your primary product catalog, categories, catalog, and related information. So all the SKUs that you're going to be selling and all that great information. You want to have all those things listed with their UPC codes, and make sure you have all that ready to go before you apply, just because you can't save it. Like I said, a lot of applications you can usually save and come back to it. You can't do that with this one. You have to fill everything in order to go to the next step. So make sure you have all this information ready to go before you apply. So here's some common reasons for rejection. There have been, I've seen quite a few people that have gotten, kind of rejection letters, and there's just a few different common reasons for this. Your business isn't located with a physical location in the United States. Again, they really want to make sure that you're located in the United States. Maybe you provide incorrect tax documentation, you submit the wrong forms. Maybe there's no previous e-commerce experience. Remember, that's really important. They want to see that you already have brand recognition and you're established seller outside of Walmart.com. And then another reason is you do not demonstrate that you can meet customer service requirements. So that means maybe your star rating is pretty low, or your shipping rates are really slow and people are angry about that, and you can see those in your reviews. So you want to make sure that all of that is taken care of before you apply. Fulfillment, either you don't have fast and reliable shipping or fulfillment is too slow. And another thing is you want to sell prohibited products. There is a list on Walmart.com that you can search through the prohibited, or on the seller center. You can see which ones are not allowed. So you can look through that beforehand. And then products that you are selling, maybe they have a too high of a price point. So maybe they're way higher than the range of products already selling on Walmart.com. So always make sure that you can, offer a really good price, because Walmart definitely, wants to give the customers the best experience and then the best price possible. So those are the common reasons for rejection. Again, it's really, if you follow those steps of all the things that you need to get in a row before you apply, you usually will be able to be accepted. But again, if you do any of these things, you're going to be rejected. So make sure to have everything, all your ducks in a row before you apply, so that you can get accepted and not have to go through the hassle of reapplying. However, if you've already been rejected by Walmart.com, here's something that you can do. So you can go to sellerhelp.walmart.com, and then you're going to click support. Then you're going to click passwords or other access issues, and then click appeal application decision. And then you're going to basically request to do a ticket by email so that you can explain your case. So you might want to take note of this this trail here of where to go to upload your email ticket, because it took me a while to find it, just so you know. But it's definitely harder to find, and you want to make sure to open this email ticket this way. You want to include your name and the email that you used to apply. You want to resubmit all the necessary information that was required in the application. So everything that you can possibly think of that would be necessary, I would recommend you resubmit that. Send links, screenshots to your current e-commerce stores and offerings. Provide a detailed explanation of the issue, so that you've gotten rejected. Maybe you had a wrong form on there. You need to highlight that. Okay, I accidentally uploaded the wrong form onto my application, or maybe I didn't send the right links or something like that. You need to provide a detailed description, an explanation of the issue. And then also you need to, again, show them that you've got fast and reliable shipping. That's really important for them. And then explain if your application was rejected or if your account was suspended after approval. So you want to make sure that you explain, that it was rejected before you've never been able to sell on Walmart.com. Or if you are suspended, you need to, state that as well. So make sure you're very clear on everything that's going on, because there's going to be a new person looking at your case. You want to make sure that they have all the information that they need in order to make the right decision for you. Okay, so here we are. We're going to get into some of our Helium 10 tools. Hopefully some of you are already using our Helium 10 tools for Amazon. They are amazing, and Xray is one of our best products, and we actually have it now for Walmart.com, which is amazing. Xray for Walmart allows you to see monthly sales estimates and monthly units sold. Now this is still in beta, so we're still refining the whole all the numbers, but you definitely get a great picture of the estimated monthly sales and monthly units. So that's really, really helpful, because before that, everyone was flying blind and no one knew even a range. So it's definitely really helpful for making good business decisions. You can also compare Walmart data to Amazon data side by side. So I'll show you some screenshots of that. Basically, you'll see the sales of Amazon on there. You'll see the ASINs, and you'll see UPCs. You'll see Walmart sales and all of that, all side by side. And then you can also view areas of opportunity to beat your competition. And I'm going to go into that a little bit more when I show you these screenshots. So here's a screenshot of Xray. So you can see, you've got the brand, the product ID is how you actually, it's kind of like the ASIN for Walmart.com. You've got UPC codes on there, the price. But what I always like to look at when I look at maybe a full helpful kind of niche. This one is a standing mirror is what I searched for. I like to look at the percentage of WFS products, and that's Walmart Fulfillment Services. This says right here that 0% of all the people on the first page are utilizing Walmart Fulfillment Services. Okay, that's a huge opportunity there because Walmart will actually help you to rank higher if you're utilizing their fulfillment services. They want you to utilize Walmart Fulfillment Services. So it's such a great opportunity if you see, 0% in there. A lot of times you'll see 25% or lower because it's such a new process. It's really, really a great opportunity for you to apply to Walmart Fulfillment Services and get accepted and start utilizing their shipping. You also can see on here the total revenue, your average revenue, and I always find it interesting because Walmart does want to have the best prices, but it looks like the average price is actually higher than on Amazon, which I find really interesting, but that's not always the norm. And so I'm going to go to the next page. You can see the ASIN here. You can scroll over. You can see Amazon revenue. You can also see Walmart sales as well. So Walmart sales are in units are really important to take a look at as well, because you can see which products are selling the most and you can kind of take a look at their listings. And this is one of the ways that you can take a look at their listings and make yourself better than the competition. So as you can see this box right here, it is the listing quality score. Now on the back end of Walmart.com, they have a listing quality score under your growth opportunities tab. You can go in, and what's really great about it is they just basically tell you what you need to add in and what you need to fix, and they'll give you a score. This score is a little bit different. It's kind of what we've kind of come up with to help you to analyze your competition, but it's not going to be the exact number that your competitors have on the back end of their Walmart, but it's we tried to get it pretty close. So listing quality score, it's going to show you right here all the things you need to beat this particular listing. So this one shows, under content discoverability, all the things that this listing is doing correctly. Like they've got, the brand name is in there, doesn't contain special characters, all that stuff. The one thing is that their title went a little bit above the character limit, which I don't think will ding you too badly if you needed those extra characters. So it's something you can kind of, think about whether or not you want to take that, get that little bit of a ding. So it looks like this listing, they just did a little bit longer listing title so that they could make sure that the customers knew what they were offering. The description, it doesn't look like they have a description that contains 500 to 1,000 or more characters. They do have the correct dimensions for their images, so that's good for them. Product attributes, they need to go through and make sure that they fill in all their product attributes. And this is actually what's on the back end of Walmart Seller Center. You can actually go through and it'll actually show you on the listing quality score what you need to fix on your attributes. So I actually go in there pretty often and I just take a look and say, okay, I need to fill in this attribute and this one, so that I can make sure to be fully optimized. The next thing is offer. So your offer is really important. So, that means, your fulfillment services, your Walmart shipping services, and your pricing. And then ratings and reviews right here are also an important component. Now, you can see that there's not a lot of reviews on Walmart.com thus far. So it's a really great opportunity for you to get in there, start making some sales and getting some reviews as experienced e-commerce sellers, because you know how to get those customers to leave a review. So that is really, really helpful, just because you can take a look at the biggest sellers and see where their holes are and make sure that you surpass them. And I think a lot of the holes are with Walmart Fulfillment Services for people, as well as content. Some of these big brands that come in, they might just do a bulk upload onto Walmart and their content isn't that great. So the cool thing about being an Amazon seller is you already know how to create good content. So you can be them by creating great content, creating a great listing, creating great images, doing some infographics, and then, offering the Walmart Fulfillment Services. So it's a really great opportunity for Amazon sellers, in my opinion, just because Amazon sellers do a great job of putting together great content and great images for customers. So that is Xray. The next thing we have is Cerebro. So Cerebro is one of my absolute favorite tools. I love this tool so much. It's it's kind of like my my weapon, I guess you could say. I don't know, again, defense against the competition. But Cerebro is an amazing tool if you use it for Amazon. It's going to work pretty similar to the way that it works on Amazon, also for Walmart.com. You can perform reverse product ID searches so that you can see your competitors, the keywords that your competitors are ranking and indexing for on Walmart.com. You can also spy on your competitors' pay-per-click advertising strategy, which is one of my favorite things to do. You can easily sort keywords, and then you can also compare your keyword strategy to your competitors to find new keyword opportunities. So, yeah. And then you can compare yourself to your competitors to see how well you're ranking for most of the important keywords. And I'll show you a screenshot of that in just a second. So this is a screenshot of Cerebro when I did just a single product ID search. So the product ID is going to be on the description page. So when you click on a listing, the last 9 numbers on that URL, it's going to be the product ID. So that is what I have plugged in there. And I did a little reverse search to see what this particular product was indexing for. This is the top part of the results. You can actually filter and do a bunch of different things here. You can filter by search volume on Amazon or Walmart. You can filter by rank. You can filter by sponsored rank. And there's just a lot of great filters. You can also exclude keywords. It's a really great way to just kind of filter things down if you wanted to narrow things down. And then this is the keywords that actually show up. So it shows the keyword phrase, and what's cool is we can see the search volume on Walmart right next to the search volume on Amazon.com. We've actually talked to a lot of sellers that said that they really like to compare the two. So we again are still in beta, so we're refining the whole process of the exact search volume. But for now, we have a range, which is definitely really helpful, more helpful than we've ever had before. And that is very low, low, medium, high, and very high. So you can see that range right here. And then you can see the exact search volume for Amazon right next to that. You can see the competing products and sponsored products right here. And then you can see the match type, organic rank of that particular product ID, where they're ranking, and then the sponsored rank. So I always like to sort the sponsored rank right here and then find all the keywords that that competitor is targeting for their pay-per-click advertising. So that's one of my strategies that I like to utilize. And the next thing here is you can also do multiple product IDs on here. So that means that you can compare keywords or grab keywords from multiple listings at the same time, which is really amazing. Then you can compare yourself to those. So this first product ID, usually you'd want to put yourself there, your own listing there, and then you can compare yourself to your competitors. So always know that this one is what the data is comparing everything to. So you'll see that in just a second right here. So again, we have the search volume. We've got the search volume on Amazon, on Walmart, sponsored products, competing products. But right over here, you're going to see position rank. And the position rank is of the first product ID. So that's what I mean by everything's going to be compared to that. And then the relative rank is where you're ranking in comparison to your competitors. So if you're number 3, that means where that first product ID is number 3 compared to the other 2 products that are ranking number 1 and 2. This is the competitor rank average. And then this is the number of competitors that are ranking for that keyword. So it looks like all these keywords are pretty relevant because all the competitors are ranking for those as well. So this is a really great way to kind of find keywords that maybe your competitors are missing. Maybe only a few competitors have them and they're ranking for them and they're really relevant. Or you can also look at their sponsored strategies and things like that. It's a really amazing tool. There's so much you can do with it. If you want to learn more, we have more learn videos on helium10.com. We have a little learn button. You can follow that and you can get some more in-depth training on Cerebro. But it's one of the best tools that you can utilize and find those keywords that are going to be profitable for you. The next thing is Magnet. So Magnet is a great tool to find keywords. It helps you to find keyword search volume on Walmart.com. It's going to help you easily compare the search volume on Walmart to Amazon. And then it's also going to help you filter and sort keywords. So as you can see, it's very similar looking to Cerebro at the top here. You can do some filters and sorting of the keywords. And then this is what you would get. So if I searched, I'll go back. If I searched standing mirror right here. So all of these different keywords are related keywords to standing mirror. So you can see the search volume, and you can get some more product or keyword ideas through utilizing Magnet as well. So it's pretty straightforward. You can sort, you can exclude phrases so that you don't have the same phrases. Maybe there's a phrase that's not relevant to you and you want to take it out, you can do that. A lot of great things you can do on Magnet as well. And then we also have profits. Okay, so profits is an easy to read overview of your profits on Walmart.com. So it'll show you by the day, the week, the month, or you can do a custom range. So you can say, just keep a good pulse on your business and whether or not you are, whether or not you're staying profitable, because that's really the most important thing. You could be selling a lot, but if you're not making a profit, then you're doing the whole thing for free. So you want to make sure that you're staying profitable, and profits will give you that easy overview that you can look at every day and make sure that you're staying profitable. It gives you the ability to favorite and keep an eye on products more closely to track sales and profitability. So if you have a product that's doing great and just to see, if you're using different strategies to keep it going, selling more, you can see how those are working. Also, if you have a product that's kind of not doing as well, you can monitor that one as well to see if you might need to just cut it. A lot of great things you can do with that. Profits also makes it easy to see the success and the failure of your products, so you can make more profitable business decisions. In order to do this, also, you must connect your Helium 10 account to Walmart. And there is a whole video on this on profits and under helium10.com. When you log in and go into profits, there's the learn button, and it shows you exactly how to connect your tokens to Walmart, or from Walmart and Helium 10 to connect those two so that you can easily view your profits. So that is pretty much my entire presentation. I hope that was helpful for you. So I'm going to open it up for Q&A now.
Yes, thank you very much, Carrie. I also wanted to mention that below in the description, everyone can find a link to Helium 10, which is, of course, affiliate link. And you can always use, I believe there might be also coupon codes which will give you discounts when you sign up with Helium 10. And now we can say you get not only Amazon tools, but also Walmart tools.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Really, really good deal, because all in one.
Yeah.
So.
And we do have few questions. Let's see. The difference between Amazon FBA and Walmart. So I know you mentioned something in the presentation. Could you repeat again, what's the difference?
So Walmart just launched Walmart Fulfillment Services, and it's WFS. So it's pretty similar to Amazon FBA. So they have, I think, 2 warehouses right now, and they're expanding their warehouses to fulfill orders. But they also have their brick and mortar stores. So, there's a lot of different ways that they can fulfill your products for you. So it's pretty similar to the way Amazon works, but they're just kind of in the beginning stages of it.
Yeah, and about the fees, they are probably much lower if they want to compete, right?
Yeah, they're a lot lower right now. So it's a great time to get in.
All right, let's take one more, which we showed before. Does Walmart fulfill products like Amazon? So you just answered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And again, I want to reiterate, because I think some people have been doing this. I've seen this a lot in the groups. People are fulfilling products for their Walmart listings through FBA, and that is a way to get your listing taken down. So make sure that you don't do that. Fulfill it through Deliver or another 3PL. Don't utilize Amazon FBA to fulfill orders for Walmart. So just want to reiterate that.
And talking about the application process, you said that they really want people to have e-commerce experience. So is this screened through the application form, or there is some real call with the representative of Walmart?
There's no call, but they do screen. They take all the information that you provide. So that's why it's really important to have everything, all straightened out before you apply, and that you make sure you have those listings, that you've got great reviews and things like that, because they do take a look at all of that information before they accept you.
All right, Lisette, Do you have more?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, Edward is asking, does Walmart require a 3PL, or can merchants currently doing their own fulfillment without a 3PL also qualify?
Merchants can, I actually know Edward. Merchants can actually fulfill their own. So you can do your merchant fulfilled.
Okay, very good. So another question is that the Walmart fulfillment service is by invitation only. If we are accepted, should we join now or wait for later?
I would recommend joining now, because they actually are giving you more benefits for listing optimization and ranking if you're utilizing Walmart fulfillment services. So as I showed on the Xray, how 0% of the standing mirrors were using Walmart fulfillment services, you could potentially beat all of them because you utilize Walmart fulfillment services, because they're kind of giving you preference because they know that you're going to have fast shipping, so they're going to help you to rank higher. So I would recommend to do it now. You've got to apply. Basically, you need to apply and get that taken care of. So yeah.
Okay, very good. So John is asking, can we build a brand on Walmart like on Amazon? And he also says, thank you, guys.
You need to already kind of have your brand established before you apply, but then you can build it more on Walmart.com by adding more products and stuff like that. So if you wanted to add, more to your catalog, you could do that.
Okay. And we have one regarding to the returns as well. So is Walmart taking care of returns as Amazon is doing for?
So you actually have more control over the return policies and things like that. So you can be more, it gives you more, you're more in charge of that process on Walmart.
So you mean that the return policy depends on the seller, or there is?
Yeah.
So I can say you can return in 7 days. Another seller is offering in 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay. And talking about the price, you said that Walmart really wants to have lower price, but there is no obligation to be lower than on Amazon, right?
No obligation?
It's not a must that Walmart.com listing should have lower price than Amazon.com.
You could have the same price. You just can't have a higher price on Walmart. If they catch it, then they'll ding you for that.
But it's only if you are selling, they have to identify that you are also having Amazon store. But if somebody else is selling higher, it's not a problem on Amazon, right? It's some other seller.
If it's another seller, yeah, that's different. But if it's your listing on Amazon, then you're going to get dinged for that.
Okay. We have new questions coming in. So I'm selling on Amazon and someone is doing dropshipping for my product. Can I have a problem when I open an account on Walmart?
I did have a problem with this, actually, with a product that if you own the UPC, then you shouldn't have a problem getting rid of that seller that's dropshipping. But I know a lot of Amazon sellers, especially in the last, 5-6 years, you would, just buy UPC codes from different people that didn't utilize them. So if you don't own the UPC, then it's pretty much almost impossible to get your listing back. But if you do own the UPC, then you can submit a case. You can get brand registry and get their listing taken down. But I had to recreate a product with a new UPC code. And I'm basically competing against my own product that's being drop shipped to Amazon. So, it's always a good idea to do the right thing, from the beginning in terms of, registering your UPC codes and things like that. So that's the time when you would have a problem with your listing. I don't think it would be a problem in terms of opening an account, but in terms of your actual listing, getting them removed, that might be really hard.
All right. Another question from Sunny Girl. I currently sell Walmart fulfillment services. My question is, what data can I get and where is it located on Helium 10 for my Walmart?
So you can utilize profits. We don't actually have anything in terms of Walmart fulfillment services currently on Helium 10. But if you wanted your profits, you can utilize the profits tool for a lot of data there.
So what are the options for European-based businesses to start selling on Walmart.com? You said you have to have an entity in US, but so does it mean that it's the only way? Like they cannot use some third parties? You
can, there is a way around it to have like an established business entity in the US, and you pay taxes in the United States.
And Walmart is only in US, or it's also in Canada?
It's Canada as well. So you need to be in Canada for that one.
All right.
Okay.
That's interesting. How can I get the first reviews quicker? Did you figure out?
Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, with Walmart, you can actually follow up with customers that purchase your product. So a good thing to do is, rank your product and then follow up with them and, ask them to, if they, to leave a review for you, similar to on Amazon. Although Amazon's a lot more strict now with asking for reviews, but you can. It's pretty easy to just ask for reviews once you get those sales. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So one more time, if you want to sign up for Helium 10, you will find the link below in the description, as well as a coupon code. Yeah. Thank you very much, Carrie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's fun.
Yeah.
Hope everyone benefited from that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
And now I would like to invite everybody to first like the session and subscribe, whatever you find below this video. And now I would like to invite you to watch other session on our YouTube channel with Tyler Offer, where he talks about how to bring your products to retail in US. And maybe it will be another possibility for you to expand off Amazon.